Donald Trump made history as the first former U.S. president to be found guilty in a criminal trial. The charges, stemming from, struck at the heart of Trump's carefully cultivated image and carried significant legal and political ramifications. Trump's conviction, a stunning fall from grace for a man who once occupied the highest office in the land, has thrown the 2024 presidential race into uncharted territory. Will this conviction mark the end of Trump's political ambitions, or will it galvanize his base and propel him back into the political arena? The trial itself became a spectacle, a public airing of grievances and accusations that further polarized an already fractured nation. In the aftermath of the verdict, both supporters and detractors of the former president grappled with the implications of this historic moment. Legal battles are certain to continue, with appeals and potential sentencing hearings looming on the horizon. Meanwhile, the court of public opinion remains sharply divided, with fervent supporters standing by their man and critics, celebrating what they see as a long overdue reckoning. As the nation absorbs the magnitude of this event, one thing is certain: the aftershocks of Trump's conviction will continue to reverberate for years to come. With the 2024 presidential election looming, Trump's conviction injects a level of unpredictability into the race. The Republican Party, already grappling with internal divisions over Trump's legacy, must now contend with the reality of a convicted former president potentially seeking its nomination. The question on everyone's mind: can Trump run for president again? And if so, how will this conviction affect his chances? Some legal experts argue that the Constitution does not explicitly bar a convicted felon from seeking the presidency, while others contend that such a scenario would trigger a constitutional crisis. The outcome of the 2024 election hinges on a multitude of factors, including the political climate, the strength of the economy, and the candidates who emerge from both parties. The Republican Party must decide whether to embrace Trump as their standard-bearer once again, or to distance themselves from the embattled former president and chart a new course. The Democratic Party, meanwhile, must navigate the delicate balance between capitalizing on Trump's legal troubles and focusing on their own policy agenda. The Democrats' success in 2024 may depend on their ability to articulate a clear and compelling vision for the future that resonates with a broad swathe of the electorate. Trump's grip on the Republican base has been a defining feature of American politics in recent years. However, his conviction on criminal charges has exposed fissures within the party, revealing a growing divide between those who remain fiercely loyal to the former president and those who are ready to move on. This internal struggle for the soul of the Republican Party will have profound implications for the 2024 presidential election and beyond. Many Republican voters, drawn to Trump's populist message and his willingness to challenge the status quo, remain steadfast in their support. They view the conviction as a politically motivated witch hunt, a continuation of the deep state conspiracy that they believe has targeted Trump since he first announced his candidacy. These diehard supporters are unlikely to be swayed by the guilty verdict, viewing it as further evidence of the rigged system Trump has railed against. However, Trump's conviction has also emboldened a growing chorus of Republicans who believe that the party must break free from his grip to remain viable in future elections. They argue that Trump's divisive rhetoric and legal baggage have become an albatross around the party's neck, alienating moderate voters and jeopardizing their chances of winning back the White House. The path they choose, whether to double down on Trump's brand of populism or to chart a more moderate course, will determine the party's future for years to come. Trump's conviction is far from the final word in this ongoing legal saga. The former president and his legal team have vowed to appeal the verdict, setting the stage for a protracted legal battle that could drag on for months, if not years. Beyond the immediate legal challenges, Trump also faces a slew of other legal woes, including investigations into his business dealings and his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. These ongoing investigations cast a long shadow over Trump's future, threatening to further damage his reputation and complicate any attempts to revive his political career. The accumulation of legal troubles could make it increasingly difficult for Trump to maintain his grip on the Republican Party and rally support for another presidential bid. The political fallout from Trump's conviction is only just beginning. The verdict has deepened the partisan divide in the country, with Democrats largely applauding the outcome as a victory for accountability, while Republicans decry it as a politically motivated witch hunt. This polarization is likely to intensify as the 2024 election cycle heats up, further straining the fabric of American democracy. Trump's repeated attempts to undermine the legitimacy of the 2020 election and his alleged role in the January 6th insurrection have shaken public trust in democratic institutions.